Good morning, students. Today's topic is polynomials, class 10th. We have already studied about this in lower classes. What we have studied, that is algebraic expressions, and you have already studied polynomials in 9th class also. So polynomial is a part of a algebraic expression with some special qualities. So first of all, we will revisit the algebraic expressions, constants. What the things we use to form the algebraic expressions is, say, constants, that is 5, 8 means whose value does not change, value remains same. 5 means 5. The other one is, other term we use, that is variables, say x, y, z, or any alphabet of English. The third one is exponents, any real number, right? Say I have taken this 7. Is it an algebraic expression? Yes, it is an algebraic expression. See, 7x raised to the power 0. I have used here constant, variable and exponent. Another example, say 2x square plus 3x plus 4. Is it a algebraic expression? Yes, it is an algebraic expression because I have used here constant, variable and exponent. Here the exponent is 2. One more example, root x plus 4. It can be written as x raised to the power half plus 4. So here I used the constant, the variable and the exponent, and the exponent is 1 upon 2. So what is the difference between the algebraic expression and the polynomial? Polynomial is a part of algebraic expression. Say I have written 7x square. Here I use the constant, I use the variable and I use the exponent, right? I will give you one more example. Say x raised to the power minus 2. Is it a polynomial? Right? I used the constant, I used the variable, I used the exponent. But this one is not a polynomial. This one is not a polynomial. Why? Because the power of x, the exponent is in negative. So the main difference is, here in exponents we have written any real number. Here in exponents means a whole number. Whole number. So this one is the main difference, that the in writing the algebraic expression, when the exponent is in a whole number, that algebraic expression is a polynomial, right? So there are different types. Say x square plus 3x plus 4. This one is a second degree polynomial, or you can say a quadratic. Quadratic, right? So here one more thing we can get. What is the highest degree of the variable? That is 2. So it is of degree 2, right? We'll take one more example. So we will take another example, say x cube plus 7x plus 3, right? So if in terms you will see it, it will be a trinomial, but otherwise as per the powers you will see that it is a cubic polynomial because the highest degree of the variable is 3. So next one is zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial means zeros of the polynomial means when we get the polynomial by putting some value of the variable, the polynomial becomes a 0. That will be the value of x will be the 0 of the polynomial. For example, say x is equal to 4. We have taken this value. Now we have to test that is it a 0 of this polynomial or not. So in place of x we will replace 4. P4 is equal to 4 square minus 3 into 4 minus 4. 4 square means 16 minus 12 minus 4 is equal to 16 minus 16 is equal to 0. Another example we will take, say x is equal to minus 1. So P minus 1 whole square minus bracket minus 1 minus 4. When we open this, it will come plus 1 minus minus plus 3 minus 4, that is 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So as P minus 1 is equal to 0 and P4 is equal to 0, so this thing implies that minus 1 and 4 are called the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 3x minus 4. Okay, so there is one more thing I want to tell you. Geometrical representation of this. Say we have a polynomial x plus 3. We have to show it geometrically. So x can be written as equal to minus 3. So here you put the value of something, x is equal to say 1. It will come as 4, say 2, it will come out as 5, and say 3, it will come out as 6. Right? So if we draw, so we can represent this polynomial in a graphical manner also. Say this one is a linear polynomial. Take x is equal to 1, you will get the value of px is equal to 4. When it is 2, the value of px is 5. When it is 3, the value of px is 6. So you represent the points on the graph. You must be having a graph paper. You can draw it on the graph. Say 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. The second one is 2 and 5. 2 and 5. Third one is 3 and 6. 3 and 6. 6. So when we join these three values, when we join these three, say I have this. So what we will get? We will get a straight line. You can extend this thing, right? We'll get the straight line. This is a linear graph. So other one is, say when we are having equation, say it's quadratic, polynomial as a quadratic polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c, right? So we have representations like this or like this. These are known as parabolas. So when this type of graph will become here, when A is positive, the graph is like this always. When A is positive, right? When A is negative, your graph will be like this. Okay, so first one we have seen the graph as a straight line. The next one is you have seen it a U shape. When it will be in a U shape, when the value of A is in positive, and downwards, when it is open downwards, then the value of A is negative. So ऊपर की तरफ को जाएगा ये तो आपका A की वैल्यू पॉजिटिव होनी चाहिए, नीचे की तरफ को जाएगा तो A की वैल्यू आपकी नेगेटिव होनी चाहिए. ठीक. So these are the main things. You can, one example is given into your book. You can solve that. Now there is a question like this. How many zeros of the polynomial by looking at the figure? Say where it cuts. Say it is here 1, 2, 3, 4. How many zeros? 4. Say one more example. Say the graph is like this. So how many zeros? No. Nil. Okay. For example, it is like this. So here, how many zeros? 2. So you solve exercise 1.1 and 1.2, and if there is any query you can write down to me. I will solve the questions for you. And if there is something you are not getting, not understood, you can give me a message or send me a message. I will try to clear your doubts. Okay, thank you.